Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today from our friends at Katy Sue Designs, we have 3 different beautiful collection of die cuts. Each one of these packs contains 3 sheets of the same design, so you can make 3 cards from each one. So this one is Dove with Flowers, Wooden Cross and Roses, and this one's Daffodil Windows. So beautiful. And here's a card my friend Debbie made. This is a giveaway card for this episode, so if you stick around, you'll learn how one lucky viewer can win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, I wanted to review with you, if you're not familiar with 3D die cuts and how they work, and they're made with foam, layers of foam tape in between. Sometimes they're called 3D decoupage. I'm going to go through and kind of give you a brief review on how to do this. Just a reminder, you are getting in each one of these packs 3 of the same image, and each one of these pages makes 1 card. So 3 cards per pack, okay? So first of all, each one of these images are numbered. So this one says 1A. And then in here, this one is an additional background, so it's just sort of nested in there. And this one's 3C. We're just going to take this one out and leave it aside. Okay, so we're just going after this sort of pink colored ring. All right, now there are little tabs or little things that hold them in place when you're punching them out, and you can just take your fingernail, you can rub over those, you could take a sanding block, you could rub that around there, you could take a little pair of scissors and you could clip them off, or you could leave them. Just depends on what you want to do. I like to cut them off because I think it kind of looks fuzzy with them on there, and frankly, you're doing all this work on a card, why not just take the extra little step and make it look as nice as you can. So this is going to be our base layer. The next one is 1B, taking this one off. All right, and then this one, you are literally going to foam tape it right over the center of this big hole. So for foam tape, we have a couple of options. We have these adorable little self-adhesive squares of foam tape. They're pre-cut. You just peel them off, peel the backing off, and you put them on. A really economical way to do this is our giant wheel of foam tape. There is 150 feet or 50 yards of continuous foam tape that's a ½ inch wide. This is what Debbie and I use. And we just cut off a big chunk like this, and then we just take our scissors and we just do this, and then we just stick this to the edge of our table, and then we just clip some off just like this. And then you got 3 little pieces. So that's just my tip. You could use whatever you'd like. The small ones are really great for traveling, and they're, you don't have to haul around this big wheel, but you can also cut these pieces a little bit bigger if you would like. So we're going to go ahead and just take these little backs off. Oops. Sometimes they're just so tiny. Sometimes I've seen people use tweezers if you really want to do that to take the backs off. I just think that takes a long time. I have built-in tweezers. All right, so we're just you don't need a lot of foam tape. I'm going to put that right on the center. All right, so then the next layer is we go to 2A right here, which is this beautiful dove. And then after that, we have 2B. We're going to take this one out. The little greetings that are included are not labeled because you could put those wherever you want. Right? And then this one goes down first, and then there's another layer that gets put over the top of this one. So I'm just going to quickly foam tape this one down. Grab the wrong thing. All right, so without sticking this down, this one goes like this, and then this one right here, I like to find one of the flowers and line up the leaves so I know which direction it's going. You put foam tape on the back of this one, and then you're just putting it right over there, and then you're just following the numbers. Okay, so what's going to be the next one after this? So we ended with 2B, and then I would just look, see if there's any more 2s. Okay, there's not, and so then we go to 3A. So this little one right here would be 3A, and you would lay that one down and so on. So that's how it all works. It's really quite fun. And I think I'm going to do a little short video on, and we'll put it on Instagram and on Facebook, and you can see the finished project. Maybe I'll do a little reel with that. All right, so here's the card that Debbie did using that same image with the beautiful little doves. As I said, this one is called Doves with Flowers. You can see the beautiful dimension on there with all of those layers. The card that she used for her background is a Dazzle'em card. These are cards that are printed with this fine line black image, and you get 5 cards in each one with 5 envelopes, and then you can ink them, you can color them, and then we like to, that's why the name comes from, put our little Dazzle stickers on them. So for this one, Debbie did a little coloring on her card, and I'm just going to take this right here, this little scrap of cardstock. I'm going to show you her coloring technique. She used lovely lilac ink and also vintage rose. I'm going to take this one. She chose to use for her applicator tool one like this. You could also use blending brushes or whatever is your favorite. She said she took the darkest color, which was the vintage rose, and she went around the edges of the card with the darkest color first. Okay. And then when she was all done doing that, then she just switched out this little pad, and then she did the lovely lilac. Okay. I'm just going to try to do this with the same pad. It would be better to, if you're going to use one pad, to do the lighter color and then the darker color. We'll see how far we get. And I'm doing it this way basically because I forgot to grab another pad. All right, so there you go. So you got your darker color and then your lighter color. And then she did that around the edges. Get organized here. All right, and then she took a really nice bright marker, and this is the Tri-Blend from Spectrum Noir. It's 3 markers in one. It's bright pink blend. If you've never seen one of these before, it's got a really dark color, and then the medium or mid color, and then it's got a lighter color. And if you put them all right up next to each other like this, okay, they're all going to just blend together. I like to go over the light one when I'm done. And you just get that really nice gradation and shading that is really effortless. So Debbie used either the medium, or the darker color around the edge of that line. And then she just took a little jewel picker, which are so handy. They're little tacky tools, and they're great for rhinestones or for these little jewels. And these are just little stickers, and you just pick them up with this tool and then lay them down right here. It's very helpful though on your card, if you've inked that, to let this dry for a little while or heat it with a heat gun or a hair dryer, because you want that ink to be very dry, otherwise you'll have trouble sticking these on here. So yeah, lovely. And then she took foam tape and added her little greetings there that come with the cutouts or the die cuts. Now this one is a version, okay, same one. I used this one, and I just used a 5x7 tent fold. Oops, there we go. And I just wanted to do a little bit of a cutaway. So I took my paper trimmer and I just started right about here, and I just did an angle. I mean, I didn't measure or anything. And then I covered that first top layer here, the front, with this beautiful pink paper from a Nesting Place 6x6 pattern cardstock. And then I took this really cute pattern with the little bird coming down and the little nest right here, and I put that on the inside. I just sort of centered the image, okay, and then trimmed everything even with the card, and then I inked everything using a little cocoa bean and the same little blender tool. Just went around everything. Once I had that done, you'll notice here that I had to add a little bit at the top edge, and I got it too close to my fold. So that's why it had that little crease in it, which I wasn't really happy with. I was going to redo it, and I thought I'm going to leave that so you guys can see. If you get your paper too close to any kind of fold like that for a card, it's going to buckle right there. So that was something I wish I had changed. So then I had the seam, because I had to piece together, since this is a 7-inch tall card and the paper is 6 inches tall. So I just took another strip from this paper that I had left, glued it there, and then I covered that seam with a little bit of the brown jewel border dazzle stickers. And these have a gold edge on them, which makes them really pretty. So I put that one right there, and then I put another one here. So once I had this all done, before I finish, I wanted to show you, I left a piece off here because I wanted to show you another time, another technique. I sometimes will build them in sections like this, where it's got like 3 layers, and then I'll just lay this layer down all at once. I find that to be a little time saver. You do have to kind of look ahead on your numbers to see what will go where, but things tend to come together really quickly then. And so then I also wanted to add a little bit of ribbon, so I used the 1/8 inch grosgrain ribbon set, and I have a little bow here. I put a little glue on that, and then you could just add that right like that. And you just have a cute little addition. And then this little piece right here, I did ink the edges with that same cocoa bean and then foam taped this greeting, but I also inked the edges of this piece and this piece at the very beginning when I was putting those together. So yeah, same card, just a little different take on it. Oh yeah, and I forgot. This piece right here, when you place this on the card front, okay, just like that, you're getting this at the back, and I just kind of wanted to add something to that. So remember this piece right here that was in the center of that, I just took that, punched it out because it's not used for anything else, and then I just foam taped that right there and then just added one of those greetings on there. So it just makes that a little decorative piece instead of having, you know, this there. Okay. So let's see what else we've got. Ooh, yes, this is a great one from Debbie. All right, so we have a center step card. Debbie did something really different on this one. I have not tried this before. She took the card, which is center step die cut cards. It comes 5 cards and 5 envelopes. They're already die cut, scored, folded, ready to go out of the package. They look just like this, and then you cover them with paper. You can also buy, if you have a die cutting machine, you can buy the cutting die, and then you can make as many of these as you'd like. So she took Flower Queen 6x6 pattern cardstock, which is one of our favorites. She took this one right here and covered the card front. She also covered the sides. She used her little scissors to get around the corners and everything. And then, you guys, she took the little corner rounder. She went through and she rounded the corners on the card, which I thought was so great. That is so creative. I have not done that before. Just to change up the look of that. And then she added some pink jewel border dazzles with this gold edge. She added those here. And I love just all those layering of pieces. And this is an Easter blessing card, and it says sending love. Really, really beautiful. She also inked the edges of the actual die cut piece here with warm honey before she started. So it has sort of a golden glow around the outside edge, which is really pretty. And then she did that on the edges of the card here as well. Beautiful card, Debbie. All right, my last card is another one that Debbie made. This is using the Daffodil one, and she used an arched card. How she started with that one is that is a 5 by 6.5 inch blank card. And then she took the cutting die here, not the very, let's see, which size did she use? Yes, she used the largest arch, and then she laid that over the card so that it extended over the fold just a little bit, and then ran it through her die cutting machine so that the fold was intact. And then she went ahead and added that topper piece after she had done all the little foam tapes for her die cuts, and she added gold thin line dazzle stickers all the way around the edges. It turned out really, really beautiful. Good job, Debbie. Okay, so you guys, look at all the different kinds of styles and different cards, all really beautiful for Easter or spring. You know, this could be a great wedding card as well. So we hope that you check these out. The money saver we have for these is phenomenal. They make all of these cards, so those 3 packages make 9 cards. Right over there on the right-hand side of your screen. Beautiful. And everything else is listed down below the video if you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page. If you're watching us on YouTube, then look below the video and you'll see a link that'll take you to this webisode page. You can see the money saver right there, and then all the items listed individually. So if you just want to buy 1 pack, do that. You can buy multiple packs, that would be great. And also, while you're on YouTube, it would be great if you would subscribe. YouTube tells us that over 50% of you are not subscribed. It really helps our channel recognize, YouTube recognizes the views and helps send it out, and it helps our channel and our business grow. So we'd really appreciate that. Thanks for joining me today.